Hey guys, Jano0, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Whatever part of the world that you are in. My part of the world, it has gotten chilly again, back and forth, back and forth. But you know, that's life. It is what it is. Haven't been doing a whole lot. The last couple of days, I haven't been feeling real good. Haven't been doing a whole lot. I've been just feeling really tired and run down, and I've had a bit of the bubbly guts. So drank a little bit of blackberry tea, and that'll usually fix me right up. So I haven't been doing a whole lot as far as stuff to make videos about, and I've just been kind of resting and relaxing a little bit. But something did happen last week that kind of brought me a little more into the modern world. I haven't had a cell phone, and most of the time when I'm out and about running in the hills or whatnot, we have a CB radio here in the house and a CB in Willie, my old truck, that I can get about 13 or 14 miles out of it on a sideband, and that's not bad through the hills, and usually I'm not that far away. But if I'm out fishing on the river, or 20 or 30 minutes away from the house, the CB won't reach that far. It won't go over the hills and stuff. But I don't have the best CB equipment and all that kind of stuff, but it works. Well, last week I was way down by Greenup, way out of range of the radio, and I was about that spot that I was going to fish. Usually you got to walk about a half a mile to the spot, and then you got to climb down 20, 30, maybe even some spots 40 feet worth of rocks to get down to where the fishing spot is. So I was in the process of climbing down the rocks to get to the river, and this particular morning it was cold, and we had about an inch of snow on the ground, and the rocks by the river were, they were icy and pretty slippery. So I was really going slow and taking my time, trying to be careful. Well, I stepped on a smaller rock to try to move down, and it was holding up, the small rock pushed out of the way, and it was holding up a big rock, a great big rock. And this rock come rolling down the bank and rolled across the top of my foot and twisted my ankle a little bit and my foot a little bit. But it was happening in slow motion, so to speak, for me anyway. I was like, holy crap, this big rock is going to roll over onto my leg, it's going to break it, and it's going to pin me here on these cold rocks in the snow on the riverbank. And no matter how good you are, there's going to be certain conditions that if you find yourself trapped in them, it's just a matter of time. That would have been probably 30 minutes, and hypothermia would have taken over, and and so it could have turned into a big bad situation real quick. There's not, my buddy who was supposed to go fishing with me that morning was unable to make it. So I would have been completely by myself, a long ways away in an isolated spot on the riverbank, hoping that a boat or a barge would have gone by. And I would have done the best that I could to to keep myself warm. I carry in my tackle bag. I carry a little space blanket. And I've always got a way to make a fire. If there's this was in rock, so there was a few sticks here and there, but it wouldn't have been a nice big hot warm fire. And eventually it would have gone out. So, but all this stuff was going through my mind, and I was okay with, if I go to meet the Lord on the riverbank with a fishing pole in my hand, I'm okay with that. That's, to me, that's a good way to go. But apparently my family had an issue with that. So now I have a cell phone. And I'm not quite sure still how I feel about that. It's just a basic, it rings and I talk on it, and I'm learning how to send like a text message or whatever, but I don't plan on doing the whole emails and all that kind of stuff, or any of that other kind of fancy technical stuff with it. For me, it's just going to be, if I get stuck on the riverbank, I can call somebody, or somebody can get a hold of me if there's an emergency here and I'm out of radio range. And I got to thinking about it. I'm like, I use technology for other things, modern technology, obviously, the YouTube channel and the internet. And so there for a while, I was really embarrassed about getting a cell phone. I was really embarrassed and kind of a little bit of ashamed that I had to break down and come into a little bit more of the modern world. But then after I thought about it, I was like, well, I guess it's not such a bad thing. One, to be able to be contacted if there's an emergency, or if I have an emergency, to be able to contact somebody. And this may open up a little bit more opportunities. Apparently, you can do live streams or something like this. So if I'm in a spot where I can do a live stream with this phone, and it will take me probably several months to learn how to use this thing. So yeah, there you have it. When you think you are prepared, and you think that you got situations under control and you can handle whatever the world throws at you, sometimes the world throws something at you that you're like, man, alive, that never thought about that. I had never ever planned or had made preparations for getting stuck under a big rock on the riverbank. That was not in my list of things to prepare for. So, and that's exactly what happened. I almost got stuck under a big rock on the riverbank. So now you think about things, things happen, and you're like, well, I guess this would be useful. Holy crap, that's good coffee. So anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm trying to talk myself into being okay with this cell phone, but I'm still a little, because it's a brand new thing to me. All my kids have them. All my kids have cell phones because I want them. They're teenagers now, and they sometimes are in town after school farting around, and I want them to be able to contact somebody if something's going on, or if they missed a bus or whatever can happen. I want them to be able to call me and say, "Hey, Dad, I have a problem. Can you help?" But I never gave myself that same consideration. So now I have, and so I will probably be if if I don't end up dropping this in the river, or if Pork Chop doesn't pick it up and take off running through the barnyard with it or something like that, then eventually we'll have the house phone turned off, because the $40 that I pay for the house phone will pay for this phone every month. And so there you have it. When you think you're prepared, and you think you have kind of thought about things and situations that can happen, sometimes the Lord and the world says, well, maybe you should consider this. Yeah, oh God, boy, he's got a way of getting your attention when he wants to. So there you have it. Other than that, I haven't been doing a lot. I've been trying to just rest. Starting to feel a little bit better today, and hopefully here in the next couple of days, I will try to get out and go fishing and start working on building a raised bed out there by the new shed that we built, and making the springtime preparations, getting ready for the spring. The spring is coming at some point. I don't know when. I don't understand the weather. So, but here in the last in the last week or so, I've gotten several messages about dudes and dudettes asking me if I will ever do like a weekly live stream show, or a radio show, or a podcast, no, I don't. I'm not going to. I don't ever commit myself to a schedule, because I never know what we're going to be doing. My plan for the day is wake up and deal with the day. Lupita may have a bad day, and I may be in the house with her all day, or I may be, decide to do garden stuff, or one of the animals gets sick and we got to deal with that, or we've had babies and we got to deal with that. And honestly, I don't keep track of what day or time it is. I never know what day. Anybody who knows me personally knows I never know what day it is. I never know what time it is. To me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change what I do or when I'm going to do it. I move at the speed of John. And when it's time to do something, it's time to do it. It doesn't matter what day it is. It's all got to be done every day. Most of the stuff that we do is done on a daily basis. So you get up and you do your thing. And it doesn't matter if it's Tuesday or Saturday or Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's still got to be done. So if I was to commit to a schedule saying every Wednesday at such and such time, I'm going to do this live show. And then Wednesday rolls around and I don't realize it's Wednesday, or don't have anything, prepared for a show, or Wednesday goes by and next thing I know, people are like, hey man, you forgot your show. It's Wednesday. And I just, so that's just not me. I'm not going to put myself in that position to where I let you guys down by failing to meet an obligation that I've made, being a weekly scheduled show. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. I will, however, at some point, I'll try to figure out how to do a live stream thing. I don't even have it. I don't even have it enabled on my channel because I don't know anything about it. I'll have to wait till like Barry or Brad from the Big Family Homestead or somebody who's a little more techie than I am to come out here and visit again and show me how to do it, all that kind of stuff. But when that happens, then I will do probably some random little shows here and there. We'll turn the camera on and I guess there's all kind of cool stuff you can do with one of these things if you know how to. I just don't know how to, so I gotta forget some old stuff so that I can learn some new stuff. Every time I learn something new, it pushes out something old. So I got to decide what it's okay to forget and then learn a bunch of new stuff. Coffee's kicking in. So there you have it. I hope that answers, and I hope you guys can understand why I don't do and schedule. I don't even schedule when videos come out. I just make them whenever. That's because that's just how my lifestyle is. So, and anybody who homesteads and has a functioning, working homestead and tries to live off the land, they have pretty much the same schedule. You get up and you do stuff. You know, somebody asked me, they're like, "What's your New Year's resolution? What's your plan for 2017?" Don't die. That's pretty much my only plan. If I haven't died at the end of the year, mission accomplished. And whatever has happened, then in the meantime, we'll deal with it as it comes up. So there you have it. There's my grand plan for 2017. I hope that makes sense. So you guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being patient with me. And I'll get some cool stuff going on. When I get some cool stuff going on, I will make a video about it. But in the meantime, we're fine. And don't know what else to say right now. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much for your support. You guys have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the week. God bless every one of you. The end. Buzz, buzz. The end.